In Wisconsin, 2016, I was required by my employer to work in Wisconsin, and I was there for approximately a month and a half. One particular work day, I was working for maybe 10 hours in the office, and I had a number of phone calls to make, over 50 phone calls. So I decided to go to the nearby park and make phone calls there. After 30 minutes of making phone calls and enjoying the scenery, in Kenosha, Wisconsin, there's very, very few blacks. There's white families on the beach and on their kayaks and jet skis, but I'm doing my job. When I got done making my phone calls, I got in the car, and as I began to leave the park, all of a sudden, I got stopped by the police inside the park doing no more than 10 miles an hour. I was puzzled. And so when the police officer stopped me, the first thing I did, panicking as a black man, I was concerned about my safety, actually. I had to pull out my license and put both hands on the wheel with my license in my hand. And the police officer asked me what was I doing. I explained to him and pointed to the clipboard of the list of calls that I was making, what my job was, a series of questions. When I asked this officer why I got stopped, he said that someone called in and said I looked suspicious. So he went through a series of questions asking me, was that my car or rental car? I showed him the information. When I asked the police repeatedly about why I was stopped, after maybe the third time, he said that someone called and said it seemed as if I was touching myself inappropriately. I'm a professional doing my job, and there's no way that I would do that in a public space, not to mention I was a family man myself, and so the family's on the beach. He still told me it's unfortunate, but he has to follow up, and I understand he had a job to do. But I felt the police called on me solely because I was black and I was working.